Hello and welcome to Club 7 episode 7 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. It's our final two games of the season, away to Nottingham Forest and at home to Stoke. And as you can see, we come into it on the back of successive defeats, and the reason for that will become apparent in just a moment when I show you the team. Okay, here is the team, and as you can see, in goal is Aaron Roach, number 31, and the back four is Carlos Roberto, Botman, Sotalo and Svoboda, Bruno Guimaraes behind De Jong and Tonali in midfield, and then it's Brabels on the left, Echeverry on the right, and Ferguson up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks it's time to put an end to a poor run of form. Go out there and make it count. So I'm going to agree with him and do it with no gesture. And let's get into the tunnel. Where are you looking for improvements after a disappointing match against Brentford? A little more from everyone. Nottingham Forest are currently 15th in the Premier League. Is there a chance they could take all the points? We're going to have to be on our game from the start. Carlos Roberto starts again and will no doubt be looking to continue his fine vein of form. How pleased have I been with his performances? Deserves a lot of praise. So let's get into the match and see if we can garner a victory despite the absence of Dennis Simon, our regular first choice keeper. And as you can see, we're right next to Nottingham Forest in the live league table, but we are only 2 points behind 9th place Brighton. So there is a massive potential for rising up the league table if we can manage to pull off the victory. But Nottingham Forest are the better team at the moment, so I'm going to demand more and see if we can manage to get the victory. The only thing that's a slight consolation is we won't finish any lower than 14th, or certainly not today anyway. Svoboda to Tonali, who gives it straight back. Svoboda's cross, and Evan Ferguson heads his 20th of the season, or does he? Maybe Brabels is offside. The flag is certainly up, and VAR's verdict is that the goal's given. It is Nottingham Forest 0, Newcastle United 1. And it's Smith for Forest to Gabriel Sara, back to Smith. Finds Carroll, Smith into Gabriel Sara, Doyle plays it down the line, it's flicked infield to Bischoff, Durnley to Tierney, forward to Doyle, and he pulls it back and it's chopped into the back of his own net by Josip Sotalo. So it's an own goal. It's Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle 1. So we're going to need to demand more again, as the ball's played into the area and Carlos Roberto applies a finish. The flag's up again, but VAR will check it, and VAR says disallowed. So it is still 1-1. And as it stands, Nottingham Forest have had no shots on target. Their only goal was from an own goal. And it's Brabels for Newcastle. Plays it back to Carlos Roberto. Looking for support. Turns back inside. Finds Bruno to Tonali, who shoots and hits the foot of the post. So big chance not taken. And we are going to need to make some changes at half time. We need a win. And it is a Nottingham Forest corner on 40 minutes. Bischoff with it. Plays it back to Bianga. And the shot is off the crossbar and out for a throw-in. And the highlight comes to an end. So I am going to play for set pieces as suggested. And that will be half time. There it is, half time. Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle 1. Go out there and give the fans their money's worth. We will make some changes just to give the lads a bit of help. Question is where? And I think the answer to that is Josip Satalo for probably Gertruida, but maybe Gomez. And also, who else can potentially provide some help? I think it might be time to take Brables off and bring on Ansu Fati and give that a go. So we start the second half. 2 subs made, 3 remaining. And let's demand more again. And see if we can manage to get the all-important goal. We've had 11 shots at goal, only 1 on target. But that's 1 more shot on target than Nottingham Forest have had, and they're still level with us. So we absolutely need to make this count in the second half. We've had a couple more shots on target, but still nothing highlight worthy yet. And it is Travers, so it's the Nottingham Forest keeper, plays it short to Doyle. Bischoff to Wharton. It's played forward, and Gomez collects. So we have possession in our own half. Tonali comes forward, plays a square ball, and it's given away to Smith, who's looking for support and finds Carroll. And it's crossed in. The header is easy enough for Roach. And the highlight comes to an end. So it's now Tierney with the throw-in for Forest. Bischoff gives it straight to De Jong, so we can counter from here. Ferguson needed to play that ball out to the left. He does eventually find Ansu Fati, who misses the target when the goal was gaping. So big chance not taken. Carlos Roberto needs to come off. Adam Connolly can come on. Echeverry's having a poor game. I'll bring on Alexander Isak and put him out on the right hand side. And we'll also, at the same time when that change is made, we'll go attacking as well. Travers plays it short to Smith, to Carroll. Elanga comes down the right hand side, plays it back to Carroll. Square ball to Wharton, picks out Bischoff, and Elanga bursting forward. Elanga scores, and Forest have turned it around. They have the lead. So now we will definitely go attacking. And as it stands, we are going to be down to 14th in the table. And 15th will be our lowest possible finish. So Bischoff with the corner. Plays it in. And the header is saved. And it's the rebound is put out for a goal kick. So we're on attacking. We're going to demand more. And I will replace Frankie de Jong. And that will be our final change. So fingers crossed, our regular goalkeeper will be back for the second match of the episode, but it is definitely touch and go. So you'll find that out in just a moment. And there is the full-time whistle. We've lost again. Nottingham Forest 2, Newcastle United 1. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and our final match of the season as we play a home match against Stoke City. Team for this one is Simon in goal. Back four is Carlos Roberto, Botman, Sotalo and Svoboda. Bruno Guimaraes behind De Jong and Tonali in midfield. Brable's on the left, Echeverry on the right, Ferguson up front. So we'll submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well my assistant thinks I should tell them the media have been on their backs for ages. This is your chance to get out there and stick it to them by proving them wrong. Yeah, that sounds like a challenge, so let's do that. We'll pump the fists and agree with that. So let's get out there and do it. Am I under any pressure? Yeah, I am. There's no doubt about that. I know what I have to do. Now I know what the quality of this dressing room is. Could be the last time we see Bruno Guimaraes in a Newcastle shirt. I'm hoping it won't be. So I couldn't speak more highly of him. So let's see if we can end the season with our first victory in a little while. And Stoke are already relegated, so if we lose this we are in some difficulty. It is Brable's with a free kick. It's played into the area, header up in the air, and Nwosu gathers. And it looks like he's going to launch this. He doesn't. He bowls it short to Erkan. Finds a Dogi. Played forward. But we win the header. De Jong plays it into Brable's. Back to Carlos Roberto. To Botman. Botman finds Carlos Roberto. His ball over the top. Releases Brable's, who crosses for Evan Ferguson to slam it into the back of the net. And it is Newcastle United 1, Stoke City 0. So an excellent start, which we need to keep going. And that should lift us back towards the top half. We're back up to 11th. So we're not too far away from where we were supposed to finish. We'll probably get away with it as long as we win today. If we don't win today, we are definitely in some trouble. But a victory over Stoke, and I think we'll be alright for being here next season. When, of course, I am going to make some transfers and upgrade weak areas of the squad. Echeverry bursts through, and the keeper's made a brilliant save to keep the score at 1-0. It is a Svoboda right-footed out-swinging corner, and it's cleared only as far as Brable's, and the highlight comes to an end. So at the moment, unless Bournemouth are winning, they're not. Bournemouth are already losing. De Jong's free kick, and that hits the crossbar and goes over. So we are definitely not going to finish any higher than 11th. Bournemouth are 3-0 down against Tottenham, and we're still holding on to our 1-0 lead with half an hour gone. A 1-0 will be absolutely fine. We'll take that. It will be enough to put us above Everton and make sure we finish in 11th. Echeverry's free kick, and that's gone for a corner, I think it is. And it's Svoboda with a right-footed outswinger again. And the header away is then cleared completely out for a throw-in by Campbell. Highlight comes to an end. And we're about 5 minutes away from the half-time whistle. We've got another corner. It's another Svoboda outswinger. And this time it's hit the crossbar. And it's gone out for a goal kick. So we are absolutely in charge of the match. But it is only 1-0. So we could do with another one. Just to try to make some players a little more relaxed about the whole situation. Going well, capable of even better is exactly right. Svoboda's complacent, so I'm going to get him off. And he is the only one, so that's going to be the change. So Zdeněk Svoboda for Wanderson. And that will do. So we'll get out there for the second half. And let's see if we can manage to get a second goal. We are in total control statistically. But with it only being 1-0, we are always vulnerable to a Stoke counter. But Echeverry stands over a free kick. And Echeverry scores. So we've got the second goal on 52 minutes. It's Newcastle United 2, Stoke City 0. And we look now as though we're heading for 3 points and 13th place in the table. De Jong to Wanderson. Finds Echeverry. Goes past his man. Gets the cross in. It's a deep one, and the shot is straight down the throat of Nwosu. So 55 gone, and it's launched forward. We give the ball away. Nightingale comes forward, hits the shot, gets right underneath it though, and it ends up in the stand behind the goal, and the highlight comes to an end. And now we pick the ball up just inside their half. De Jong to Roberto. Carlos Roberto down the left. Crosses it in. Tonali shoots. And it's just wide. Big chance but not taken. And now we're just going to hold on until we know we need to make some subs. Tonali with a corner. And the header from Carlos Roberto beats the keeper. And it is Newcastle United 3, Stoke City 0. We're cruising to victory now. And it is just going to be a case of making the 4 changes that will protect whoever needs protecting. Guimaraes to Brables. And that's just wide. We're in total control of the game at this stage. We've had 10 shots on target to their 1. So it's all looking really rather good at the moment. And I think confirms that the only thing lacking was a decent backup goalkeeper. We're into the final 15 minutes. Guimaraes to Vanderson. Looking for support, is forced into the ball back to Guimaraes. De Jong to Carlos Roberto. who cuts inside and shoots, but it's straight at Nwosu, who makes a comfortable save. And I'm going to hold off on the substitutions as Tonali takes a right-footed out-swinging corner, which is headed up and away. Adogi brings it further clear. And we've got 10 minutes left. We are going to make 3 changes. So De Jong for Mulan. Bruno Guimaraes for Mariano Gomez. And Carlos Roberto for Gertrude. And I'm going to swap Gertrude and Gomez around. So as soon as those subs have happened, let's make that change. So Gomez for Gertrude does improve things very slightly. And I think we have 1 substitution remaining, which ideally will be Brables, to be replaced by Ansu Fati. And we'll confirm that change. And restart the match. And we restart with the Newcastle free kick at Javeri to Fati. And that was tipped just wide by the goalkeeper. So it'll be a Gomez corner, left-footed in-swinger. And it's headed away, but only as far as Ansu Fati, who does keep it in. And then he's tackled, so we'll have a throw-in. But the highlight doesn't continue. And now it is just about seeing out the last few seconds plus the 4 minutes of added time as Monome finds Van Eyck. Berger into Smith, and Stephen Smith does get a consolation goal for Stoke City. It is Newcastle United 3, Stoke City 1. And now we just need to hope that they don't get another one. And that should, and indeed is, the full-time whistle. Newcastle United 3, Stoke City 1. I'll be back in a moment to confirm the final league table of the season and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the final league table of the season. We finished in 13th place with 13 wins, 9 draws, 16 defeats, 48 points on the board. And we are guaranteed European football for next season. So let's have a look at what's coming up on the next episode. And of course, it is the end of season. So the next episode will be the summer transfer special. And if you've enjoyed today's, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.